my name would be Terry. I don't know where the logic came from. If I had tuberculosis, my name would be Terry. I don't know where the logic came from, but I'm rather berry. What the fuck? Come on, go live, you motherfucker! Oh yeah, no. Oi, oi, oi. I'm sweating in my schwinkel. Oh shit, hang on. Right, okay, right, I'm live. Of course it would go live as I say I'm sweating from my schwinkel. Yeah, of course. That's just my luck. Right. Okay, so time to continue where we left off, which was at the campsite following the Spider Final Fantasy VII boss. Yeah. So, here we are. So, Machina's run off to do his own little thing. He had a bit of a tantrum and he's just like yelled at everyone and stormed off into the woods. It's a classic Machina.
So, Trey, do you ever feel like you've done something before when you know you haven't?
You mean deja vu?
Yeah, kind of. It's been happening to me a lot lately.
I can't say I've never experienced it.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
But I don't think I felt it as strongly as you. Well, essentially, frequent deja vu can be attributed to problems in the part of your brain that stores memories, or when you're suffering schizophrenic.
Never mind.
I love the way her mouth dropped. Like after that pause, just a so good. Good old Deuce.
The comm appears to be working fine. Ramsky seems to be able to use magic, so our crystal must be doing all right.
Maybe it's like a jammer.
What do you mean?
I can't say for sure, but I get the feeling something is interfering with our communications.
But what could it be?
Dunno.
Dunno, mate. I dunno.
Seiss and I will keep watch. You can rest now.
Yeah, I know.
Huh? Worried about Machina?
What? That's ridiculous! Anyway, he didn't have to get so angry.
Queen's hot on Machina.
What was that?
She probably feels that her words are what set him off.
Hmm? Oh, is that what that's about? No need for her to feel guilty. If she hadn't said it, I would have.
Indeed. But when did he learn about his brother? It didn't seem as if he had known from the beginning.
It must have been in Militus. I saw him. He was talking to the Commandant.
What, that Baldy? What'd he want?
Machina got suckered just like that.
It's more than that. He feels stuck. Nothing's working out for him.
Damn. That idiot sure thinks way too hard.
You don't think enough, Nine.
You kidding me?
Hey.
I'm a think tank, yo.
What does that even mean? Never mind. King, Seiss, it's our shift. You two get some rest.
Roger that. Don't mind if I do.
Thank you.
Yeah, Nine's such an idiot. I really do not like Nine. I mean, maybe he'll grow on me on my like third or fourth playthrough, but I don't know. I just don't like him.
Oh, you sure cough a lot sometimes, Ramsky. Are you okay?
What? Oh, I'm fine. It's just a minor case of asthma.
asthma? Can you still go on missions?
Dr. Aracia has given me her permission.
Oh. If you're seeing Mother, then you'll be fine.
Yeah, I agree. And how are you, Sing?
I'm always fine. Right now, I'm feeling even better than usual. Right?
Huh? Yeah, for sure. If the Empire shows up right now, we could own them.
All of you are so strong, you are. I suppose I ought to work a tad harder if I'm going to keep up now.
Aw, you can worry about that when we get back. No need to rush.
Yeah, so that's what I mean about some of Rem's speech seems a little bit stilted, like the way she said, "All of you are so strong, you are." Like, there was no need for that "you are" there, it just sounded really out of place. But yeah, Sync just, she just sounds so dumb. No, I'm not going to expect the campus, because that just brings us to the world map if we want to, like, raise our levels. But we don't, so it's all good. So rest until morning, yes? Whoa, pardon me.
Machina's still not back yet?
Maybe the Imperial forces got him.
If they found him, they would have come here by now.
Well, either way, if he takes any longer, we'll have to leave him behind.
You were going to leave me behind?
Machina! Oh, good. I was so worried. Are you hurt?
No. Sorry I wasn't back sooner. What happened out there? The White Tiger.
White Tiger? You mean the enemy? Oh, I have news!
The enemy?
No! What? Oh, Machina! I'm glad you made it back. Ah! Be glad later! Is it the enemy? Oh! No! The comm is responding! I've reached the Dominion!
Woo! Rescue is coming! East of our current location. Okie dokes. So we need to meet an airship east of our current location. Oh, I can't ride a chocobo, that sucks. Right, so I'm trying to look past my camera. Okay, so north. So I need to go down from here. So I'm facing east there. Okay, so I'm going this way. Right, got you. So basically, because my camera's in the way of the map, I have to try and find out where north was. So I was like sort of rotating the camera so I could see where the north N would appear. And luckily it appears on the right side of my head, so that's all good. Hang on, why am I playing as Ace again? Damn it! Alright, so yeah, so in this, when you're in random fights, there's a chance that you'll get like additional enemies per fight. You can decide to retreat, which is fine, or you can carry on fighting where the enemies will get stronger, but it also give you more experience and money and stuff like that. So it's worth doing if you're not max level, but when you are max level, it's like, what's the point? So I can't change my loadout, that sucks. Because I don't want to be Ace right now, I want to be Kater, she's way better. Unless, is she in my reserves right now? In which case I'll be able to... Yes. Okay, so I can switch to her there. And that should, realistically, switch me to her in the main map. I'm hoping. That's just my logic sort of working it out anyway. Oops, didn't mean to do that. There we go. Whee! And yeah, see, now we're her on the world map, so that actually worked out. Ah, see, problem solving 101 always works. 99% of the time. So not always, but yeah, whatever. Haha! Yeah, so I've kind of got to do the random battles at the moment just whilst I'm finding the airship, because for some reason I can't ride chocobos. And also I can't use my airship, because that would be kind of a luck out on the actual story, because obviously the story is you have to get on the airship. But if you go on your own airship, then that kind of takes away the story. Get to the airship! Yeah! There we go. And now we can continue with the story.
Glaciamans 842 RG. Andoria, Queen of Concordia, was assassinated in the Militesi capital city amidst peace talks. In regards to this tragic event, the kingdom prepared a statement for all of Orient to hear, which claimed that Rubrum's Agito cadets were involved and publicly condemned them. In the same month, Concordia's provisional government formed an alliance with Milites. Behind a pretext of protection, the Azure Dragon Crystal was placed under the Empire's supervision.
Ooh.
The Empire was now in possession of the crystals from 3 of the 4 crystal states. Now Milites and Concordia made preparations to simultaneously invade Rubrum as allies.
Shit, so our allies Concordia have decided to turn against us and side with Milites, which is not good, because now we're fighting both machines and dragons, so yay for that.
The first battle of Judeca.
They accuse us of sending assassins after Queen Andoria and Imperial Marshal Cid because they believe we are unhappy with the terms of the truce.
Yes, quite.
When such wild accusations are made and accepted, it does not say much about the laws of Orient.
I like his
How could
voice.
this have come to pass? Wasn't there anything we could have done?
The question is, what was Class 0 doing during all of this? They are the ones being accused, are they not?
Yes! Where is Class 0 now? If they had but testified before our tribunal, this would not be happening.
They have been reported missing inside Milites, but I hear they are back in Rubrum now.
Yes, they're back.
Love her attitude, like, yes, they're back. And?
Reporting back, sir.
Submit your mission report. The Consortium may choose to open an inquiry.
You mean that's all you have to say? After everything we've just been through?
Just tell us. Why didn't you answer our transmissions?
We didn't receive any. Our communications couldn't reach you either.
What a load of crap, yo! You saying that all of our comms just died all at once, huh?
The Inquiry Board believes you may have intentionally cut off communications.
What?
Welcome back. You are free to rest until further notice. Let's go.
God, I don't like 9.
They certainly made the situation worse for us. That's for sure.
Without a doubt,
Class 0 is to be held accountable for this turn of events. Still, if we're to regret our failures...
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous? Might I remind you, those cadets are your...
That's enough talk about Class 0. Everyone, we must focus on addressing the looming crisis that is unfolding before us.
True. The Milites Concordia Coalition force is preparing to invade our territory, even as we speak. If we don't take the appropriate measures...
We shall utilize the Verboten Eidolon.
What? But the Verboten Eidolons have not been allowed for use ever since the Great War.
You, more than anyone, must know why they were banned, Chancellor.
To begin with, sir, I don't mean to offend you, but there is not a single person alive who is capable of controlling Verboten Eidolons.
The decision was made by Lady Setsna.
Lady Setsna? She's going to help us?
Can we assume, then, that Lady Setsna believes there to be a genuine threat to the Vermilion Bird territories?
Well, if that is the case, there is nothing more for us to debate. Is that correct?
This is truly ridiculous.
So yeah, verbatim.
It's...
Verbatim Eidolons are stupidly powerful.
Huh? Mother?
Checkup time. We can start with you. So come to sorcery right now. Nice to see you made it back from Milites.
Were you worried?
No, I wasn't worried. I had faith that you kids would be all right.
Mother... am I... okay?
Something wrong?
It's just... I've been having a lot of deja vu lately. And then Trey sorta scared me.
Really?
Oh, I have to go. Mother, could we talk later about my deja vu?
You're in perfect health. Both body and mind. I wouldn't worry about it.
Okay, thanks.
Just as easy as that. But there is a reason for that deja vu. Hey Pyro, how's it going, man? Nice to see ya. How's your weekend going? Right, so I can't do anything with Mog, so there's no class we can take, so no stat boosts. Nothing there. Right, so it doesn't look like we have any actual missions as such to do. So I think it just wants me to sort of explore the grounds and do some like little side quests and stuff. Which, as I said on the last two streams, I've already done pretty much everything, so there's really no point me redoing them. So what I'm going to do is go in here and I'm going to progress time.
Despite what Dr. Aracia says, I cannot dismiss Class 0's actions. We are in this predicament because of them. And as Class 0's commanding officer, don't think you're off the hook either.
Of course not. I accept full responsibility for their conduct.
Although having left the front lines some time ago, I take it one of the 4 champions of Rubrum can still fight. You will take part in the next mission, and once again bring glory. If you are able to lead our forces to victory, then I will pardon Class 0 for their recent transgressions.
You are too kind, Commandant. I will do all in my power to live up to your expectations.
What can a walking corpse like him do?
He kicked ass at the start of the game. He can do a lot more than you give him credit for, asshole. I've never heard of this game.
You can be quite cruel. We all know that the Ice Reaper is a broken vessel. The best Kurasame can do is pass on his knowledge. Sending him onto the battlefield would merely add to the list of casualties.
I'll have him provide support for the l'Cie. Besides, I'm more concerned with what happens after the battle. It's about high time that we showed Dr. Aracia her proper place.
So you would have Class 0 and Kurasame die in battle, just in order to oust Dr. Aracia?
The end of Class 0 will be the end of that woman as well. We will surely suffer great casualties in the coming battle, and it is more than likely that we will lose. Then, it would only be prudent to rid ourselves of those who might get in the way. I will not allow that woman to control the Consortium after the war.
All I ask is that you not involve the Chancellor and I in your schemes.
Right, sorry Pyro, like I'm just trying to stay quiet during cutscenes and stuff, just because with story heavy games, like I just try to like let the story play and then like talk during the like interludes. But yeah, no, this game, it kind of fell under the radar. It was originally released in Japan as a PSP title, just called Final Fantasy Type-0. And then it came out as a remaster on PlayStation 4 over here called Type-0 HD, and that's what I'm playing right now. But yeah, it's not very well heard of. The only reason I heard of it was because it came with a Final Fantasy 15 demo before that came out. But yeah, I see you're playing some Borderlands right now. What one are you playing? Because I've literally just finished Borderlands 3's DLC. A lot of fun. Like, I didn't really like the last two DLCs though, which was like Director's Cut and Developer's Cut. Because basically they tried to copy like Fortnite, which I don't like Fortnite as is, but it was also like, okay, I don't like Fortnite, but also you're copying them. It's like I know Borderlands as being this really creative game and everything, and then it was just like, wow, they've just tried to follow the trend, and yeah, it's just, left a really bitter taste in my mouth.
Can I help you?
Oh right, so I can talk to her as Machina. The first one, which is my favourite of them all, honestly. Yeah, Borderlands 1 was awesome. My favourite is actually number 2, though. So I think everyone's kind of got their own little favourite game. I did really like 3, though, for the most part. Like, it's just that last 2 DLCs just kind of really left a bitter aftertaste kind of thing. Oh, where am I going? I need to change my character to Machina so I can speak to that woman. I'm yet to play the DLC of 3. I haven't played it since I first finished the story. Yeah, no, that's exactly what I did. I got the Platinum Trophy like a week after it came out, and then deleted off my hard drive so I could make room for other games. And I bought the Season Pass, and it was only when the Director's Cut came out I was like, oh yeah, I need to go back and do those DLCs. So that's kind of what I just end up doing. Right, so let us switch to Machina. Oh, hang on, that's armament, my bad. Okay, there we go, set as active leader, that's what I wanted to do. So let's go back to that director woman. And see what bloody hell she wants from me. The series usually has great DLC apart from the Mad Moxie Underdome. I hate that one so much, I've never finished it. Dude, I finished it, but oh god, I get what you mean. I freaking hated that DLC. It was boring. It went on too long, like honestly. Like even with maxed out weapons, where it's like nothing can hurt me at this point, it just took way too long. But yeah, no, you are completely correct. That was awful DLC.
What do two division heads want with me?
You certainly have quite the attitude for someone who has no accomplishments.
No accomplishments? I've contributed more to our victories than...
No! That is not your only task.
We have yet to receive any reports from you regarding Class 0. Did you not volunteer for this assignment?
Because he's a spy.
Oh, about that. I thought this matter only involved the Commandant. So, the entire consortium's against Dr. Eratia now. Is that it? So while soldiers are sacrificing their lives on the field, you sit and conspire against one of your own?
Watch your tongue!
Go
You
Machina!
wanted this assignment to be given to you instead of Rem Tokimia, did you not?
That's...
Let us end this futile bickering then. Our only wish is to bring to light whatever it is the Doctor is hiding.
So, tell us about Class 0.
Class 0 trusts the Doctor implicitly. No, it's more than that. They all refer to her as Mother, and love her deeply, as if they were family.
So the Doctor can make them do whatever she says. I trust that there is more to your report?
Class 0 is comprised of highly dedicated cadets who remain emotionally detached when it comes to battle. Even if their comrades are dying, they put the mission first. They think nothing of sacrificing their own.
That's not true.
So the good Doctor has created deadly weapons of war.
But they did save lives whenever possible. Well, I'm not sure what the Doctor's thinking. I don't think she even tells them exactly what she's thinking.
What are you talking about? You just informed us a moment ago that the Doctor and Class 0 share a deep emotional bond.
Class 0 only fights as they are ordered. And they do it for the Doctor, and no one else.
Perhaps she fears information will be leaked.
So, as of yet, you haven't verified any suspicious activities. Is that correct?
Yes.
Well, it's still too early to draw any conclusions. Continue your surveillance.
Yeah, I got it.
In so doing, you honor your brother's death.
I heard about your brother. Most tragic.
You should fulfill your duties on this mission for your brother's sake. Wouldn't you agree?
I'll reply in 2 seconds, sorry.
Yes.
In the future, try to be a little more timely with your reports. I understand how difficult it must be for you to investigate those with whom you work, but I am afraid this is necessary.
I don't mind. The members of Class 0 aren't exactly my friends.
Excellent. Still, it must be taxing to keep your cover, operating alone amongst such well-trained cadets. Shall we have Rem assist you in your continued surveillance of Class 0?
There's no need for that. I mean, no. I'll be fine. There's no need to involve her.
Very well. Just don't forget to keep us updated.
Yeah, I got it.
We'll wait and see what happens. Although we're investigating the Doctor, we want to believe in her as much as everyone else.
You may go.
Yeah, sorry about that. That was quite a long cutscene. Oh.
It was quite fortunate for us that Izana Kunigiri had a younger brother. So long as his brother's death is with him, he won't develop camaraderie with Class 0. He's a perfect agent.
You're an asshole?
Agito cadet. I am Izana's brother. A member of Class 0. Rem's childhood friend.
I'm overacting. Anyway, sorry, dudes. Yeah, Cyber, welcome to the stream, dude. Nice to see you. How's your weekend going? I didn't sleep that well, honestly, because it is freaking boiling right now. So, like, literally, you get under the covers and it's like instant sweat, and then like you get out of the covers and you're like, I'm not comfortable now. God damn it. Like even now, I'm like, fuck, it's really hot. But yeah, well done on finishing up Assassin's Creed Valhalla. 10 hours is quite a long time to go from that last bit to platinum, but you did it, man. You did it. Yeah, so that Borderlands DLC, the Mad Moxie Underdome, it is bullshit. I can't remember if you do get XP or not, honestly. Like, you're saying you don't, and I'm willing to agree with you, but I don't completely remember it myself, honestly. But yeah, that is bullshit. I decided to start Genshin Impact. They put a PS5 version out and it's free. Oh, awesome. What do you think of it so far? Because I've really enjoyed that, but I need to go back to it at some point. Elex was fun. Elex. I don't think I've played that, honestly. Yeah, I'll be glad to take a break from it. I had games like that. Oh, excuse me, that I just want to end. You got to do the one leg out of the covers trick. See, even one leg out of the covers, like, I'm still boiling. Like, I don't know what it is. I just overheat so badly. And try and get this. Like, if I put like legs outside the covers, my feet get sweaty. They get sweatier than if they're under the blankets. How does that work out? Like, I'm the weirdest goddamn person ever. I've got weird physiology. Yeah, Arena DLC is always hit or miss. Yeah, exactly. Definitely a spite platinum. Yeah, so speaking of Arena DLC, I was just speaking about the Borderlands 3 Director's Cut DLC, or is it Developer? There's two DLCs. There's one called Developer's Cut and one called Director's Cut. And the first one that came out, which I think is Director's, they basically copied the idea of Fortnite. So you've got like a storm that gradually like comes in on you. You start with no weapons and you have to like loot the battlefield to get it. And I started playing it and I was like, this is bullshit. And I died once and I was like, I'll give it another go, see if I enjoy it. Played for quite a while on that second go, died again, and I was just like, I'm not having fun with this. This sucks. And so I uninstalled without 100% in it because I was just like, you know what? If I'm not having fun with the game, then I'm just not going to bother. Like, it's fine. Like, 100% be damned. And that's something I would not have done in my earlier years because I would have been like, I don't care if I'm not having fun. I need to 100%. But now I'm just like, yeah, life's too short. Why play stuff you're not enjoying? Right, so off to the briefing room I go. If I put my feet out of the cover, I get damn chilblains. Oh, you're someone who's always cold then, because I know there's people who are always hot, people who are always cold, and then for very, very lucky small percentage that manage to somehow survive in all temperatures, and it's like, how? Like, the second it gets like a little bit of warmth, I'm like, oh, kill me. I love the cold though.
At ease.
Right. Your mission orders are as follows. Review your objective and then head for the front lines. The upcoming operation will be a large-scale battle for regional dominance. I recommend you review records of past occupation campaigns before you march. Whether you accept these orders is up to you. Just bear in mind that laziness will go unrewarded. Unrewarded. Well, that's a weird way of saying that. The choice is yours, cadet. Rubrum launches a campaign to crush the Imperial Army at Ibon, and fortify its Concordian border before its enemies can combine their forces. Having also deployed troops along its Militesi border, however, the Dominion has no reserve units to spare, which leads Central Command to order Class 0 to participate in the operation. So yeah, we're going to join. Unless you pull through, the Dominion is done for. You're our last hope. Don't mess up. Help me, Luke. You're our only hope. I don't know why I went so British with that. Ah, fuck, Luke. I can't believe you've done this. I'm never cold, but my feet always take a beating. Oh, okay, yeah. So, it looks like we've both got weird feet, Pyro. You guys picking up any games this month? There's a lot. Yes, I have Mass Effect Trilogy on pre-order, and that's that's going to come through, like, probably in the next couple of days or so, hopefully, which will be awesome. I kind of got an email from Amazon saying that they're sending it today. But the thing is, what is it today? The 10th? And I don't think it comes out till the 18th. So I think they sort of jumped the gun a little bit. But I'm not going to argue with it if they give it to me early. I think... isn't Shin Megami Tensei Devil Trigger, something like that, coming out this month as well, or is it next month? Oh, hang on, I've jumped the gun. I've jumped the gun. There we go. I really didn't need to use my airship for that small distance, but it's fine. Right, so I need to cross that bridge there. Let's use a chocobo so I won't get into any random battles. Some people's hands or feet tend to get cold fast, blood circulation or something. Yeah, I mean, that's where, like, your main veins are, aren't they? Like, you obviously got your veins on your wrist and your vein, whatever it is, the nerve on the back of your ankle, the one that if it gets severed, like, you're insta-dead, basically. Resi Village, Mass Effect Trilogy, Subnautica Below Zero, Rust on consoles, Biomutant, there's a few. See, I want to play Biomutant, but I'm going to wait for it to come down, because I'm not, like, super wanting to play it, but I still want to play it, if that makes sense. Like, I'm willing to play it for, like, £30 as opposed to £60. Pans. God, my full-on British came out then. Right, active member, Cater, yep. But yeah, I really want to play Resident Evil Village. It's just money's a bit bleh at the moment, so I can't really afford like tons of purchases. And I've got like a ton of games I need to finish off anyway, so I'm trying to be a bit more lenient with my expenditure, as it were.
Okay, move out.
Hang on. Pause. Hell yeah, I hope it comes early, John. That's the best, getting games early. Yeah, hopefully, dude. I know I got Final Fantasy VII Remake quite a few days early, which was awesome. And like way back in the day, I got Gears of War 3, I think like a week early. So I'd actually like 100%ed it when other people were literally just picking it up, and I was like, ha. Great game though. Lucifer's Call. Oh, sweet. I know I did see on new releases today that they've released one of Dungeons and Dragons games from the PlayStation 2. I think it's like called Dark Messiah or something, which I would pick up if I had like a friend or two that was also picking it up. I would hella buy that, because that was a lot of fun back in the day. I'm intrigued by Mass Effect. I've never played them before. Oh, I would recommend, especially Mass Effect 2. Like, that's my favourite of all time. And I love to get trilogies. Yeah, absolutely, dude. I would highly recommend Mass Effect. You see SNL, they had Elon Musk and as Wario. It was so weird they had Luigi get his dick out as a joke. What? See, I knew Elon Musk was going to present SNL, but I didn't know about the Wario Luigi thing. That's kind of awesome. It would be great, Pyro. They went back and fixed a lot from the first game. The only game I've ever pre-ordered is Avengers. Yeah. See, I'm going to jump back into Avengers because I do want to get the platinum for it. Because it's not that I don't enjoy it, but it's that I don't enjoy it as much as a bunch of other games, if that makes sense. So, like, there's a ton of other games that I want to complete first. But yeah, 100% I'm going to jump back onto that at some point. Like, probably within the next 2 months or so, an estimate. Right, so I'm just holding these guys back so that my guys can occupy this domain here.
Can't let them do any more damage.
Too late. Right, so there we go. My buddies have occupied there, so now I've got to hold off these guys so they can get to domain 2. And then before they take that place, I know that the enemy's going to send out I think they send out a dragon against me, so I'm going to have to look out for that and kind of go back and defend against that. Right, so you guys hurry up and occupy that. Brilliant. I've got no control over that just yet, so I'm going to go back on myself. So at the top left you can see it saying like, oh, the troops are up to something, blah blah blah. Oh, so it's not dragons they send after us, it's that they're just trying to invade my main territory with these guys. And it's like, ha 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 ha, no way, I'm not going to let you do that. I don't know what was up with the Tommy Wiseau laugh then. Oh, you tried to occupy my land. I think not. Right, so I've just got to hold off these guys for a minute and a half. Well, a minute and 10 seconds now. But I might actually get my guys to occupy this domain if I can hold off long enough. Oh shit, they've got long range cannons. I didn't realise they had that. But can't believe I've done this. So yeah, they've got this place down to like pretty much no health. Are my guys still making a move? Oh shit, oh, okay, I wasn't paying attention. I didn't realise there was guys coming from this place as well. Okie dokes. It was a scissor technique, not scissor technique, scissor maneuver, I guess. God, you wouldn't believe that I've actually read Sun Tzu's Art of War, would you? Like, I actually have it like on the bookshelf right now. I've got like 2 copies of it because I'm a sad act. Because I bought like 1 copy like ages ago, which was like a bare basic paperback one. And then I found another copy which was like £25, which is quite expensive for a book, but it was like hardcover, leather bound, and like it's a beautiful piece of art on it. Like the book is a piece of art in itself. It's awesome. Right, so if I can get my guys, I want to take over domain 3 first. Hang on 2 seconds, let me reroute my guys from here. Blaze unit, attack domain 3. Go ninjas, go ninjas, go. Go ninjas, go ninjas, go. Get ahead of the game, shoot these guys before they kill my guys. Because this place is as good as taken over already. Like, I've got like half a health bar left. There we go. Easy as that. Easy as that. And now we can get these guys to attack Dominion 4. Oh man. I need to play more tactics-based games, honestly. Like, I know everyone's going to say Final Fantasy Tactics, which I love, by the way. But it's just a shame there's none on like no remakes of tactics games. Right, so I've got that Enry unit holding off these guys, but I am going to make a push as opposed to just staying still. Right. Just hold these guys off. Are my guys actually... Guys, what are you doing? What the... Why are they not making an attack? I think something a bit fishy's going on there. Right, so where are they going? Okay, there we go. Now they're actually going. Finally. I have no idea what was up with that. I think it just sort of glitched out a little bit. There we go. Thank you.
Good. You're doing great. Keep it up.
Right, so now I need to go capture Togareth. So I'm going to go the long way round. I think I actually just jumped the gun on capturing that place, because I actually need to capture Togareth first. Sorry, hang on, let me catch up on chat. We'll all jump back into it eventually. I'm sorry. I actually like that. That's a good joke, man. But yeah, if you guys want to jump back into it, I'm game. Like, I've still got it installed and everything. All those games suffer from the same problem: boring linear level design and repetitive gameplay. It's an insult to Destiny to be compared to all these games. Destiny has so much more depth to it. See, Destiny's another game. I played it on the Xbox 360. I have it, well, and Destiny 2 on the PlayStation 4, but I haven't played it on there yet. I will do eventually. My backlog is massive, honestly. The games as a service thing wouldn't be so bad if the missions and gameplay changed up and was addicted. Yeah, so I just want to play the story at the very least, honestly. I'm excited to see what else Bungie can do now they're free. £25 for a book, that's a bargain. You should see a ridiculous price they charge for the uni books. Yes, university books are stupidly expensive, and it's like, why? I mean, they're thick, yeah, but that's about all they've got going for it. Well, I mean, let's be honest, the reason they charge so much is so that they can make money, honestly, because otherwise they do it all digitally. Do they let you rent them at all? Not during COVID anyway. Oh yeah, no, yeah, you can't rent during COVID. That sucks. You hear horror stories of people having upwards of 30 grand of student debt in America. Yes, absolutely. Thick. Thick, but those thick ass books, yo. Yeah, I heard about all those, which is why I didn't take any student loans. Yeah. I mean, even over here, like, student loans can really sort of mount up. Man? See, I can't talk. I cannot talk. Like, I need to start sleeping better, and maybe I'll actually be able to be eloquent with my speech. Oh, I see why I can't take over Togura right now. It's because General Faith is over there with his death mech. You won't let me go any further, yeah? Yeah? Well, guess what? You're dead, son. You're dead. Can you not? Can you not? There we go. I now command domain 1 and 2. That's fine. So I'm already doing blaze units. That's absolutely fine. Blaze units are all I really bother with, because basically if you're not leveled up, like, it does help to have like electric units to take out mechanical enemies. It helps to have ice units to take out normal enemies, but I can take out all of those on my own. It's absolutely fine. Okay, why my guys aren't working together that well? Like, they're barely doing anything to this health bar. Hang on. I think I know what the problem is. I really have to... I've messed this up so bad. Yeah, sorry this is going a bit slow, like I did actually make the wrong move, honestly. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to send my guys from here up to Togua as well. So then I've got triple the firepower for there. Let's make sure that these are definitely focused on Togua. I will capture this damn place. Go on, destroy the barrier. You can do it. What are you waiting for? Come on, do it. Kill it. Kill it now. Here we go. Here comes my army. Lay siege unto the Dominion. Yes, yes, my puppets. Raise it to the ground. There we go, now I can invade.
It's the Reds! Don't let them run free!
Class 0, commencing maneuvers.
Oop. It's so stupid you feel like you're getting punished for learning. For learning is the only bit we get for free. Yeah, no, I get that, like... I don't... Is there like a I don't think there's a country that actually does have like free learning, but you would think like that would be like a basic thing that's funded by government, like. But then again, we spend so much money in military and stuff like that, and it's like, come on. If we had world peace, just imagine how far humanity would be right now. We'd have super educated everyone, and it would be awesome. But the fact is, we're humans, and therefore peace does not exist. Fuck them up! Sweden or Norway or somewhere. Oh, yeah, I guess. Like, if Lenny or Danny were in here, we could ask them if, like, their university fees and everything are free over there. Is this the end? My only friend, the end. Oh, hang on, I've gone the wrong way? Yes, I have. Can you guess which is the right way? That's right. Sorry, I've just thoroughly explored everyone's asses right now. Unnecessary Ultima again. Oh, okay, so I need to go this way, right. Where's the shield guy? Oh, I attacked from the front, my bad. Well, that would have been effective if I'd have actually attacked from the rear. Giggity. I love doing that, just like dive roll into headshot, like boom. And yeah, there we go, town captured.
Good. This is going better than expected. Crystal guide you.
Crystal guide you. And onto you, good sir. Right, now I can go back to the other place. Hang on, this is way too slow. Let's use a chocobo so we can get around quicker. This is really not that much quicker, honestly. See, this is what I was saying to Mousy the other day. Like, you actually move so much faster just by rolling in this game. Like, just doing that. Like, it's just so much faster. Right, so, Blaze Unit, attack Domain 4. Actually, you know what? I'm going to jump the gun. I'm going to say, Blaze Unit, attack Ibon, because then Dominion 4 and 5 are on the way, so they'll just attack those on the way. It makes sense. It just makes sense to do, you know?
Enemy attack! All troops to battle stations!
Took
Attack them, my lieges. Hell no, I'd be the liege because I'm commanding them, wouldn't I?
Can't let them do any more damage.
Saying about liege, there is one YouTube video I really want to do a follow-up to, and it was one I'd made with my friends Jason and Sam, where we did like I can't remember what I named it now, but like we spent a night where we were playing Minecraft, and I don't know how it started, but it ended up like Jason was like the king, and like Sam was the king's apprentice, and I was like the asshole of the group who was like, you know, I was hated by the king and also the liege, and it was just like, yeah, it was fun. I want to do a follow-up to that though, but the thing is, my character died at the end of that video, like many times, but then was like permanently dead at the very end. But like we talked about doing a follow-up where it was like the one who died's brother, but I don't know, it was so stupid, but I would love to do it. Here we go, time to attack the main capital. Do it now. Oh, hang on, Colossuses are attacking. Let's kill these Colossuses. Colossi, even. Colossuses is not a word.
It's not just anyone that could make it this far.
No, not just anyone. Any John. Ah! Damn, I've got so many guys like coming to attack this place. And the shield has fallen, and I will invade. Oh, Colonel Faith's back. Dude, you have got no health, so can you kindly do one? Thank you. Ah, fuck, I can't believe he's done this. Oh shit. I heard that Denmark actually pay you to go. Oh, sweet, that would be... I'm moving to Denmark. Mine are free is what I'm saying, but you have to reapply for it every year, and you forget you have to pay. Oh, because Cyber saying Koopa. Why did I do that whole like thing with that? I didn't mean to. When does Scotland open back up, Pyro? Honestly, no idea. I don't keep up to date with it. No, do you know what? Pyro, I completely get that, and Cyber, I get. Like you've both said, like it's depressing to keep reading it all and everything. The thing is, like everyone keeps like saying to me, like, "Oh, we're down to this many deaths, or we're up to this many deaths," and all this lot. And I'm just like, there's a reason I'm not reading it and everything. Like I've got enough going on my plate. I don't want to. Like it's not so much I don't want to bother knowing about it. It's like it's just I can't at the moment. Like it's too depressing. I still think Chasing Toffee is a masterpiece, John. Thank you, sir. I do. Actually, it's made my day to hear that, because I want to make more videos like that, because that was a lot of fun to make. But I need some like something to edit on to be able to do things like that again. But yeah, Chasing Toffee, that was one of my favorite to make videos, along with the Pokemon Go commercial. Because it was just like, I had so much fun recording it, I had fun editing it, and obviously writing it as well. So it was like, yeah, good fun. Yeah, I don't ever watch the news. Danish is for all. Oh my god, I want a Danish now. Koopagasm. It's one of those videos I need to see the behind the scenes because it's cleverly done. Oh, thanks man, I appreciate that. Hang on. So effectively, the behind the scenes was just a case of, like Miss Multi had said about, you know, have you never chased a piece of toffee before? It's all the rage, and I was like, I haven't, obviously, but I can make a video about this. Like, I don't know why I thought I could make a video about it, but I did. And then I was just like, okay, so I need to invest in some toffee, which I did. And then I was like, okay, how do I make an action scene? And then I just improvised, and that was the behind the scenes. The thing is though, actually, one bit of behind the scenes about that, I was absolutely shitting it at one point, because basically I was out in public, obviously in that field, And obviously I had a samurai sword. So I was like, oh my god, if anyone sees me right now and phones the police, I will be fucked. Because like, I'm not doing anything bad or anything, but you know, it's not going to look good at all. Like, I'll be having an offensive weapon out in public. It's a no-go. It's no bueno, basically. So I ended up recording that at like 4 in the morning. Like, so it was like where the sun was out and everything, but there was a lot less risk as to people being awake and being able to see out their windows. And also I'd carried it in a guitar case as well, so you know, walking down the road it just looked like I was carrying a guitar. It was like, yeah. So that's a little behind the scenes for you. Also, another fun fact with the Pokemon Go commercial, those caves that I was in are well known for like homeless people sleeping in there and heroin addicts like going in there to shoot up and stuff like that. So I had to like scout the entire cave before like starting, just because like obviously I didn't want to start going like, yeah, I caught them all and everything, and then some guy come around the corner like, what are you doing in here? Get out! Get out! And like chase me with a knife or something. I do put myself at risk for my videos, I really do. It's only now like it's actually dawning on me like, oh my god, like was it worth it though? In my mind, absolutely. Actually, what was his name? Berkeley! Lieutenant Colonel Berkeley. What a Burke. Chasing Toffee? Toffee investments are a priority. Speaking of investments, it looks like the Dogecoin and Robinhood has all shit the bed. Oh really? Because the last I heard, Dogecoin was like going way up. I hadn't heard of Robinhood though. That's a new one for me. Oh, excuse me. Imagine ending up on Road Wars, white male and leather trench coat, caught running with a box of toffees and a samurai sword. Yeah, that would be really funny, honestly. Right guys, I thought of something and I went ahead and made it already. Not sure what to do with it yet. I made a Python program that reads in Twitch chat because I saw a video called Chat Plays Game or something, and I thought I could give that a go. Ooh! Python program. So, oh, so it's like, is it like the Twitch plays Pokemon and stuff like that? But is the Python the name of the program, or is it sort of like a way for Twitch users to play using chat, like Snake or something like that? Because that would be fun. Robinhood is just an app for investments. Oh, okay, so people were buying Dogecoin through Robinhood, but both of them have shit the bed. So I need to research that, because I need to find out how they shit the bed. But yeah, like that sounds interesting, Pyro. So, save your progress. Why, yes, don't mind if I do. Thank you for asking me before going ahead and doing it. Consent is always appropriate when asking to save. Python is the name of the language. Oh, okay, so like yeah, I'm not gonna pretend I know about coding, honestly. But yeah, I know there's different kinds of coding languages and stuff like that. So yeah, I get that. But like, what sort of games would it be compatible with? I love that whole twist around of the airship. It's so cool. No, I'm gonna shoot some dragons for fun. I know I saw one. Okay, the one over there has disappeared. Fuck you, dragon. Oh, fuck, I totally messed that up. Okay, so it's inverted controls, which is kind of annoying me. Fuck you. Oh, hang on. Why didn't it let me land? That was odd. There we go. John's chasing Toffee video. Oh, cheers for linking that, Cyber. Appreciate it, dude. Yeah, that video was so fun to make, though, honestly. Like, and it was all based off of like a random YouTube comment back and forth with Miss Multi-Console. Oh, it's fun. I'd love to see what you do with it, Pyro.
Late.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Am I the last one?
No, there's...
I'm so sorry. I'm late.
I'm late for a very important date.
You're never late, Remsky. Did you oversleep?
Sleep.
Yeah. Where's Machina?
He hasn't gotten here yet.
Yeah. Maki's late again? What's up with him lately?
Sync is annoying. She's so damn annoying.
Let's get started. To defend against the joint Militesi-Concordian invasion, Rubrum's entire force will be divided into two groups. All cadets and trainees will take part in this operation.
The trainees too?
Sounds like if they don't, it won't be much of a contest.
You and the other cadets are to engage Concordia's fleet of dragons on the Eastern Front using airships. In this operation, you will be assisted by Lord Shuyu. He should help even the odds.
A Lassie taking part?
Hey! Isn't that focusing too much of our manpower on Concordia? What are you gonna do about the Militesi front?
The Rubrum Army's main force will form a wall along the Militesi border. And a select unit of cadets, adept at magic, will engage the Imperial forces. I will personally be joining this fight.
Out in the field?
That means that they're really getting desperate out there.
Except, that's still not going to be enough. You have something up your sleeve?
We have a plan. Lady Setsna will summon the verboten Eidolon, and my unit will assist her.
That's where shit gets real.
You mean Tula Caesar in this fight?
Something up his sleeve, all right. They're finally taking this seriously.
Yeah. But what are these verboten Eidolons anyway?
They're Eidolons no mortal can control. Kept under wraps by the Sorcery Division. So hazardous is the very act of summoning such Eidolons. It can only be performed by the likes of Lassie. This is Rubrum's last resort. In fact, everything depends on this one battle. There's still time before your mission commences. Take your time to fully prepare, but be aware that you are not authorized to leave academia for long. May the grace of the crystal be with all of us.
Yeah, so this next fight, this is like... Oh my god, so much goddamn happens in this one mission. Like, it is insane, dude. Right, so I'm just gonna get my little stat increase right now. Ice magic. Excuse me. Yeah, because basically a verboten Eidolon, standard Eidolons, basically summons. But if you summon one, whoever summons them also dies in the process. A verboten Eidolon, you need hundreds of sacrificed people to summon, so it's like... And also they're like very unpredictable, like can't be controlled by a human host, which is why they needed a C to do it. But yeah, like the main thing is the whole sacrifice part, like it's crazy, dude. But there's also a massive, massive Easter egg in the middle of all of this, based on Final Fantasy VI. It's a certain character that appeared in Final Fantasy VI that appears as a boss fight in this, and it's like when you fight him, it's crazy. It's awesome. Anyway, so we are going to speed up time because we're just going to go straight into the fight because I'm super psyched to play this part, honestly. Yeah. I don't know. I think it might end up being like the stream end as well, which would be an awesome place to sort of like end the stream. But I don't know, maybe not. We'll see how it goes. Right, here we go. We need to get to the airship landing. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Why have I got a Terminator song in my head? Right. I think it's because I'm about to go terminate the asses of all these enemies.
Machina's missing again. Where could he be? To think that he would flake out before this big a mission. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure he'll be back soon.
My, aren't we the eternal optimist?
Flattery won't get you anywhere.
It's not flattery.
Oh, found you.
What now?
Oh, come on. Don't get all uptight. It's a genuine order.
Well, what's it say?
The troops engaging the Imperial forces to the west need reinforcements. The order is to send some members from Class 0.
All right.
I would bet even just 3 of you could take out a whole platoon.
Oh, easy.
They're counting on you. Oh, by the way, I'm on the Eastern Line, so maybe we'll meet in the skies.
Where could Machina be?
Good luck to you.
Right, so ready to depart? Petard? Excuse me. Alright, so we're going to just do the standard missions for now, which I say every stream, but I've got to say everyone, because, yeah. First, form a squad to depart the Big Bridge on the Western Front, which, anyone who's played Final Fantasy VI, Big Bridge might actually ring a bit of a bell. And also the name of the mission, The Clash on Big Bridge, like the theme. Reading from the Empire's relentless onslaught, the Dominion decides to dispatch a unit of cadets for a rear assault, giggity. By flanking the enemy and curbing their momentum, the cadets can buy time for Lady Setna to summon the verboten Eidolon. Class 0 must advance to Big Bridge and eliminate all Imperial forces in the area. Let's do this! Right, so Slice and Deuce. Right, that's Team 1. And then Team 2 can be King, because he's got double pistols, so he's a long range as well, which is awesome. Trey, who's another long distance with his bow and arrow, and we'll do Ace as well because he's another long distance. So, and he's also good at buffing as well. So, boom. Try maneuver. That's fine. You're right about lightning haircut. Yes. Oh my god. Like that's something I forgot to say. I forgot to do earlier. I was going to go to the library in this game and show the like character model for 7, because if her hair was pink, she would be lightning.
Rubrum enacted a two-front operation in response to the joint Militesi-Concordian invasion. The Dominion air fleet was dispatched, carrying the majority of the cadets to engage the Concordian main fleet. The two military forces collided above the Strait of Giudecca, near their shared border.
By the way, sorry about drinking so much, it's so hot though. It's so hot today. That's not a very big fleet, honestly. But then you see what their fleet's made of. 3,676 dragons. No small amount, really. So that big dragon is Shinryu, who was actually a summon in some of the early Final Fantasy games.
With a breath attack by Soryu, an Azure Dragon Lassie. Taking advantage of the confusion in Rubrum's ranks, the Concordian Vanguard units, Ascension and Fury, initiated combat.
No worries, Pyro, like, take your time, dude. We've got a little while till it really kicks off. Like, yeah, this is nothing compared to what happens later.
Rubrum's 7th Autonomous Summoning Platoon called upon Bahamut to come forth and retaliate.
Bahamut! Bahamut! That works so well with the Sephiroth theme. There's Odin.
Regrouping, the 11th Autonomous Summoning Platoon also joined the fray, summoning Odin.
Looks fucking cool in this game. I love the, like, skull helmet design.
With the aid of the Eidolons, Rubrum's forces succeeded in repelling Concordia's vanguard.
I might get Dark Alliance. Now you've said that, I'm actually really considering getting it.
However, even as the mighty Eidolons continued to repel the Concordian forces, they were engulfed in Soryu's breath attack.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm doing a whole bunch of overtime. I've got 51 hours of overtime in August, so hopefully I'm going to get some decent money soon and can actually afford some of the, like, new releases. Like, before the whole, you know, redundancy thing, which I'm going to start looking for another job around the end of July.
This instigated Vermilion Bird Lassie Shuyu to engage the Azure Dragon Lassie.
He's fucking cool. God, this fight is so cool, but it's still, like, small scale compared to, like, the end of this mission.
The clash between the Lassie turned the uncertain conflict into a battle of attrition between the conventional forces of both nations.
Growing up with Final Fantasy, I pronounced so many things wrong. Same, dude. I always used to say Bahamut, and then it was like Bahamut. Okay, got ya. Right, so I'm going to just pause for a second, get that burp out first, and then read the chat. Like, for the longest time, I didn't know it was Bahamut or Bahamut. Yeah, no, I get that. That's exactly what I just did, funny enough. 51 hours. Damn, I hope they appreciate you, man. Well, I mean, the fact is, like, we're getting towards the end, you know, we're getting towards the surgery close now, so it's a case of, like, we're having to put in the hours, like, everyone's got to, like, take their holiday time before it's not being able to be taken, and, obviously that means we need to cover the people who are on holiday, and, yeah, I mean, I'm just taking advantage of, like, you know, trying to save up the money, paying off my credit card bill and everything before things are fucked, basically. So, yeah, that's all good and fun, but obviously you still need to buy a few treats for yourself, or else it feels like you're working for nothing, and, like, nobody wants to do that. Like, that's how morale falls by the wayside. I'm just, like, taking out all these dragons, like, without even really thinking about it. I remember, like, there's a trophy in the game for, like, shooting down 100 dragons with the Setzer, and I was like, oh, shooting down dragons, okay, so this must be what I'm meant to be doing. So I was trying to, like, take out as many enemies as I could there, and then realising, oh yeah, the Setzer is the airship that you unlock later on, so basically shooting the dragons here has got nothing to do with anything. So this is where we're going to take out a few more dragons here, but then we've got to take out Soryu as well, which is like the big ass dragon. And spoiler alert, you don't manage to take him out completely. But it is interesting how he does eventually meet his fate. Like, that is a fight and a half. And also may involve Bahamut Zero, which is a obvious reference to Final Fantasy VII, which has been the only one to feature Bahamut Zero. See, I still accidentally say Bahamut sometimes. But yeah, I'm trying to think of other things like that were pronounced wrong back in the day, like like Sephiroth, I think is pretty much universal, but I've definitely heard some people say Sephiroth, which I'm like, Sephiroth? What? So even though the theme music actually goes Sephiroth, so it's clearly like Sephiroth. But, you know, what can you do? People will do whatever they feel right, and you know, I'm not going to argue with that. Let people do what they want to do. Hell no, that's not Soryu, sorry, it's a 5-star dragon. Soryu is like a big fluffy dragon thing that looks like the one from Never-Ending Story. This is just like a 5-star dragon. Team 4-star dragon, as it were. Stop avoiding my bullets! Take my damn bullets! What are you doing? Stop firing stuff at me. So he fired like lightning balls or ice balls first time, there he fired fireballs, so he's like a multi-elemental dragon. 3 different elements for 3 different heads. That's his motto. Oh, so the first one was ice, because that's lightning, clearly.
It's using a breath attack. Prepare for impact.
Where is he? Where is he? Where'd he go? Fuck! Blinded by the light.
Class 0, we need you to engage in hand-to-hand combat on top of the frozen clouds. We've encountered Concordian troops. Be careful, they're using monsters.
No update on them trying to keep the surgery open. No, it's impossible. Like they're still not giving the full reasoning as to why they're closing us. Like, if it was just a money thing, like, we'd still be able to manage, like, with a cheaper building, because there are cheaper buildings out there. If it was a case of, like, we're not operating well, that's not true, because we're operating the best we've operated in 5 years, so... And we've just like hired obviously 2 new nurses, we've hired like some new doctors, a new head doctor. So yeah, we were basically making the steps to be the best we've ever been. But there's clearly like another reason they're not telling us as to why they're closing us. And yeah, so if we don't know what we're fighting against, then we can't fight it. And it's like, yeah. It sucks, but like, you know, a bunch of people have like made petitions and things like that to keep it open, like patients. But the problem is, with it happening during COVID, people can't really catch people on the street and be like, hey, can I speak to you about this sort of thing? It's like, no, we need to keep our distance, and yeah, it's bullshit basically. Right, so I'm meant to go here, but it's not letting me. So there's got to be an enemy still around here. Oh, there he is. There's a Draco Knight. Oh, there's another one too. Fuck you, Siku. Seiku? I don't know. Seek you?
Send the Valor Brigade! Divide the Dominion forces! Do not let them join up!
We're having trouble locating the troops deployed up north. There.
Ah, killed you mid-jump attack, asshole. There we go. I wish we got a good Panzer Dragoon remake. Was say did a Panzer Dragoon like I feel like they did like a relaunch, so it was like, you know, Panzer Dragoon, but it wasn't called Panzer Dragoon. Was that no good? The enemy's called Creme Brulee. Excuse me, sir, we got any creme brulee? Yeah, we got some in the back. You just gotta go into the Ice Kingdom. Okay. Hey, this creme brulee's a monster. Oh, I can't eat this. Or can I? Sorry, that was a really weird fucking integer right there. Come on, use your strongest cure. Do it. Damn, everyone's just... Forget it, it's all over anyway. See, it's looking bland for us. It's bland! Wait, hang on. Where am I meant to go? Because the orange is where I've just come from. Right? Oh, hang on, here's the guy I've got to speak to. Okay. Oh, I just shot him in the head. Oh, that was stupid.
Well, moving on, there's a tough critter up ahead, and it's preventing some of our forces from joining up.
Ah, fuck. I can't believe it's a tough critter. At least you tried, mate, and that shows heart. Thanks, man. I mean, I literally sent letters to everywhere I could. I fucking, like, every patient that was coming in, I was like saying, like, just so you're aware, like, you know, we can still fight it at this point. So, you know, we did everything we could. Sounds like a personal vendetta. Didn't hear good things about it. Yeah, no, it's fucked, basically. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that we're not being told, and it's like,
What do you say to lending them a hand on your way?
Request confirmed. Type-0, go and assist the survivors.
Understood. Let us pray that there are still survivors remaining.
Let's go.
let us go find the survivors. I don't know what that accent was. It was like half French, half Arnie. Right, so basically we do all this stuff up here, but then when we go onto the ground battlefield, that's where shit gets super real. And yeah, the summoning of the Botan Eidolon, oh man, that cutscene, whoa, whoa. One of the best cutscenes in Final Fantasy. Although I will say, speaking of like scenes that are like underrated in Final Fantasy games, because obviously not a lot of people, like so many people were like against Final Fantasy 13. I loved Final Fantasy 13, right? But the scene where they end up going back to Grand Pulse and they teleport in during that like Grand Prix race thing, and they're summoning all their Eidolons, and like taking out a bunch of enemies that are in cars and stuff. It's like, oh man, that cutscene is so badass. But like, yeah, it never ever makes any lists of like top 10 Final Fantasy moments, top 25 Final Fantasy moments. It's like, that might be in my top 10, honestly. Like, that was an awesome cutscene. Like, I mean, I don't like Hope, but the part where like Hope sort of like stands like in the way of some guys charging full speed and gets him to like break dead on, and they're like face to face sort of thing, like that scene is awesome. Yeah, sorry, I'm getting very sort of fanboyish over it right now. But yeah, FF13 does get bad publicity, and I think it's a little bit unfair. Because, yeah, I mean, a lot of people said, oh, it follows a pathway and everything. It's like, yeah, but the Final Fantasies beforehand, like the most, you know, Final Fantasy 10 and 12, they weren't particularly open world until later on either. So, you know, it's just a lot of people's like nostalgia just sort of acts up, and then they're like, oh, this new game is not the same as the old games. Make it exactly the same. But then, you know, if you make it exactly the same, then people complain that, oh, not a lot's changed, and it's like, make up your damn minds, people. You know, I do feel for games companies, because they've got to sort of like keep things fresh, but also keep things familiar to an extent as well. Right, I need to go down here, I think. This way? Yes, this way. And it's the same as like what I said about Cyberpunk as well. Is like, you know, everyone was like saying about the bugs and stuff at launch, and it's like, yeah, but the thing is, like, Red Dead Revolution 1 and Skyrim and Oblivion, all those big games, like, they all had bugs when they first started. And like Skyrim, man, that was one of the worst launches on PlayStation 3 like ever. Like it barely ran, and like even after patches, like you could only save a certain amount of times, and like the more you saved the game, the more slowdown you had. And if you saved something like, I think 100 times, your game would literally be running at like, you know, like 2 frames a second. Like, it was unplayable. And yeah, a lot of people forget about stuff like that. It's like, yeah, in time Cyberpunk's gonna be like seen as like the masterpiece it was. That's what I'm thinking anyway. Go away, Flyburn! Franz Ferdinand. Am I going the right way? Yeah, so I've got to go all the way back. Okay. Oh, shit. Yeah, looking back, Hope was the only real thing that grated on me with 13. Yes! Oh, man. I didn't like Hope until, like, Final Fantasy 13-2. And then he was, like, passable. But then in 13 Lightning Returns, he actually sort of plays a borderline antagonist in a way. Like, so it's like, then I started disliking him again. But yeah, in 2, he was actually pretty cool. 10 was super linear. Yeah, I knew it was either 10 or 12 had the linearity to it. 12, actually, no, that was more open world, I think. Like, you still had to go to certain places, but you could still go off the beaten path and go into places that had way higher level enemies. Yeah, Skyrim bug was rough on PS3. It ended up happening to a lot of Bethesda games. Yes, Cyberpunk has a long life of content and DLC left in it. Exactly, at least 2 years. Yeah, I can see that. Like the endings to Cyberpunk have sort of, you know, I think like Johnny and V are pretty much, you know, set in their ways now. but there's like so many other characters they can introduce to it. Like you could play as some of the characters that have already been introduced, or you know, it's such a huge expansive world that they can like make up extra characters, and that's fine. But I'd love to play some DLC involving Judy Alvarez and like where she ends up and everything. Like she was my favourite character by far. Well, obviously next to Johnny Silverhand, like he was the best character, but of the characters that are still sort of alive and kicking, like Judy Alvarez, all the way. Right. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Let the beasts handle this. We must leave this place. What?
Oh, dragon's being eaten. That's some horror movie bullshit right there. Dead Snow Part 3, right?
What is this place?
So yeah, basically on your second playthrough you find out that these weird creatures are the original male members of Concordia that used to believe that they got strength from eating the dragons, which is why all of the like prominent positions of Concordians are held by females now. Well, obviously there was a lot of like political shit going on during the course of this game, because obviously the Queen gets assassinated and then there's a king put in place, but he's like the first king of Concordia in years and years and years and years. Oh, avoid that poison bubble, that bubble of poison. Oh, oh, you ass. You sneaky motherfucker. Sneaking up on me like that. So these enemies are actually what's quite good for close range weapons, because they do avoid a lot of your bullets. They do like these weird pirouettes to like... they pirouette to get away. Also, does pirouette sound like a bit of a weird word? Like, almost sounds like another word for like poo. Sorry guys, I gotta go do a pirouette in the toilet. Well, I mean, where else would you do it? In your bed, Jerry, where I did it last night. Oh my god, is that why my bed stinks? No. Yeah, that's not based on a true story. As we head towards the center of the earth. What do we have to do in here again? Oh, here we go. Oh. Hell yeah, Judy. It was always Judy versus Panam, but I'm a Judy guy. Exactly. Like, Panam's cool, but at the same time, I'm just like, I don't know. I don't think she's got like a hell of a lot to her personality that isn't expressed in other characters. Yeah, Judy's just fucking cool though. Like, all about the Judy over here. Fuck you, Dracobaltians. Uh-oh. This can't be good. Haha! Fuck y'all. I like that amount of tattoos on real ladies. Colourful, beautiful, but not completely covered. Yeah, no, I get that. Like the one that really puts me off is like facial tattoos. Not a huge fan of hand tattoos either. Like on any, and these go for like both. Like, you know, I don't think they look right on anyone, honestly.
It appears you bring ill tidings.
But everything else is fine.
Yes. As to the areas where the wardens are assigned to fight, we've been able to maintain our position. But as for the other areas...
Which area is suffering the most casualties?
Welcome back, Pyro.
Region 3 to the south. The red demons have been spotted there.
We cannot allow that area to fall.
Evacuate the injured, and all soldiers below rank 2. I will face the enemy.
She's a Lassie now. Because when the Queen died, she was like the living Lassie for Concordia, but now she's the Lassie. So the 5-star dragon was her. Actually, I legit forgot that part. Shinryu Celestia. Yeah, so she transforms into Shinryu. Okay. Pardon me.
Is that one of the 5-star dragons?
A little faster, please.
So basically, she transforms into a dragon called Shinryu, which the the summon was, well, it's based on the summon from, like, you know, Final Fantasy 2, I want to say, came into play. But then you've got Soryu as well, which is the big fluffy dragon. I'm like barely bothering with the fights. No! Come back for me! Guys, no! You asses! You asses! Well, I've got to defend now until they come back.
Unfortunately, there's no lack of enemies. What? It's them.
Oh, hang on, I saw a dragon. Okay, it wasn't a dragon, it was a frozen Bahamut. Or whatever it is in the background. It's sort of shaped like Bahamut, is it? Or is it just random metal? I don't know. It's something. That was actually a really cool moment for him to reload. Like, the second the enemy died, just boom. Oh, I think this is where we do the fight with Bahamut Zero. I think. I thought it was later in the game, but yes, it is. Oh man, this is an awesome moment. Ooh, I thought this was like later in the game for some reason. Hey girl, where you at? Where you at, girl? Oh damn, girl, you cold. You cold, girl. You... Oh. Oh, fuck. So you basically cannot win that fight. It's in, you know, you just cannot win it. So you're like the first time I played this, I was like, what? How are you meant to win this. But then that happened, and I was like, wait, what? What's going on? Here we go. Oh, there he is in all his glory. Mr. Zero himself. Dragon on dragon, baby. Dragon on dragon. Fuck you. You just basically fuck him up. Like if you just spam like the controls, eventually it will do a counter move which takes a whole bunch of damage away. But yeah, this is just like called the Grand Buster, and there's a reason I'm not doing Mega Flare yet. It's because you've got to charge it, and hang on, can I do anything with... No, okay, I can't do anything with that, okay. I wanted to see if the triangle circle move would do anything. Excuse me. But yeah, there comes a point, once you drain all its health, where it will sort of pass out and you'll be tasked to finish it. And at that point, you charge a full-on Mega Flare at it, and it's awesome. Right, here we go. Come on. Do the counter-attack thing so I can knock you out. Come on, do it. Do it. Come on, what are you doing? Okay, why is it not doing the counter attack like it should be doing? Oh, there we go. It's because I wasn't locked on. Okay, that was my bad. Okay, I was being stupid. I was just basically refusing to press a certain button I needed to press. So here we go, Mega Flare time. I think there's one more charge to it. There we go, and then boom, here we go. Absolute Mega Flare. Oh, you know you're fucked. All that damage coming off there. Stop! He's already dead! He's already dead! Ba ba boom. The revolvers are sick. Pity the characters for Yo dude. Actually no, it's not. So basically the guy with the pistols is King. So he's the one who barely talks, you know, he answers with like, yes, okay, sort of thing. 9 has like he's like the dragoon, like he's got a giant spear. But yeah, I forgot on the last stream he also says hey a lot as well, like so he'll go like, hey, what are you doing, yo? Don't you know who I am, hey? And it's like, that's not how anybody talks. It's funny though. But yeah, goddamn, I love that finisher there. So this mission's actually even cooler than I thought, because I forgot all about that part.
I can see why they call her the kingdom's strongest warrior.
But perhaps it is a little too early to celebrate.
You made it? Hold tight. I'll extract you.
That's what he said. No, that's what she said, because, yeah. Now, I'm not going to go into why that is, but, yeah.
Looks like Lord Shuyu's got that huge dragon in check. Now it's a battle of endurance.
How is
That's what
the
he
main
said.
force doing?
They've got Lady Setsuna on their side. The Empire's probably running scared.
Oh my god. See, I'm needing to drink a lot more because of like the heat, but at the same time, because I'm drinking a lot more like fizz drinks, I'm also burping a lot more. It's like,
Terra Mortis. Kalia's decision.
AKA time to do battle on Big Bridge. Battle. Battle? Battle? Hey, do you want to battle? Nyal. That made me laugh last time as well.
The Battle of Judeca waged on along the Rubrum Concordia border.
Nyal!
Rubrum forces maintained the advantage with valiant efforts from its cadet forces. Meanwhile, Rubrum's second force, deployed to the Militesi border, was failing to hold back the Imperial forces, which greatly outnumbered them.
It's fine, I'm gonna go kick their asses.
The Dominion's ground troops are still retreating. Our warships are hardly damaged. Our foot soldiers are moving forward.
And the Concordian front?
Rubrum is putting up a good fight. They've not made any headway.
The Concordian army is weaker than I thought. I had slightly higher expectations of them. Inform me of any changes at once.
Sir!
On this front, however, the Dominion is far too weak. Furthermore, this 108th Brigade, organized under Marshal Sid's command, includes many former Imperial officers. It can't be a coincidence. That being the case, this battle will not aid me in my goal to climb up the ranks.
He's a go-getter trendsetter.
All right, go.
Sir.
Is that the new Lassie? He suddenly came out of nowhere. Where was he hiding?
But look at the way he's wearing his cape. Does that remind you of anyone?
Is something wrong?
No.
Are you bothered by it?
Not really.
Who is there to see?
All assigned units, head to your designated locations when ready.
Move! Let the engine through!
This is cool, but I want to be playing as Keita. Damn it.
To reach the bridge as of yet.
Hey Kurasame, sorry, Kawakami?
What are you doing?
According to intel, the Empire will likely be deploying another jammer-equipped MA. Stay alert. Ready. Once they activate their jammer, you will become our only functional unit. The more of you in the field, the better. So I've authorized you to recall your classmates from the Concordian front. Who you call back is up to you. But remember that Rem cannot use magic while her jammer is active. While the jammer is active. God damn it. John, get it together. Right, so I'm not going to call anyone back. I'm just going to stick with... Oh, okay, I do need a second team. Okay, fair enough. So I'll just go for who I had before then. There we go. Hang on. Why can I not? Do I need to actually pick the full amount? Okay, fair enough. So I guess go for 7 and we'll go for Rem. Why not? Everyone in the Dominion is depending on you, so don't even think about dying out there. Good luck. Head to Big Bridge, where we will find a familiar face. Hey. Reeling from the Empire's relentless onslaught, the Dominion decides to dispatch a unit of cadets for a rear assault. By flanking the enemy and curbing their momentum, the cadets can buy time for Lady Setsuna to summon the verboten Eidolon. Class 0 must advance to Big Bridge and eliminate all Imperial forces in the area. Yes. So, Cater, Sice, and Deuce. Thank you. No, don't change equipment. Try maneuver. And we are going.
Class 0, commencing maneuvers.
Bahamut joining battle. This is O3 Composite Company. We're fighting a defensive
That's cool,
battle
man.
wall. We
That's
can't
so
move
cool.
forward.
I love watching Bahamut. Like, of all the summons in the games, I think like the Bahamut family is like my favourite.
They really know how to party.
Know how to party.
A squad of large-sized
Fuck
remains
you,
is
Captain
assembling up
Boogies.
ahead. They're headed for a second defense line.
Suffering with boogiesity. Like, obesity, but yeah.
Line of defense. Hang in there
So
until
boogies.
backup arrives.
They're here! Are you ready?
So these Colossuses, like, where I'm so over leveled, I'm just taking them out with one hit. It's like, yeah, that's fine.
How many are they planning to make?
That was like nothing.
Is there a way to make MAs go poop?
Class 0. Slip through the front line.
I'm just literally speed running this because I just want to get to like the coolest scene in the game.
The jammer will prevent me from helping you any further. I wish you luck.
And also one of the first major heartbreaks in the game as well, but I'm not gonna give away spoilers.
The Dominion! Don't get careless just because we're in the jamming field!
Oh, Composite Company here.
I have got slightly turned around, so do I need to go this way? Yes, I do. Okay.
Composite Company here. We're at the bridge. This is 08, and the jammer they destroyed. We're not gonna last much longer.
Fuck you, Nimrod.
What's the status of the bridge? We've lost almost everyone. This is another one. Good. We've been wiped out.
You're mine.
Damn, these guys fall into me quick.
To think they made it this far, but they'll go no further. I can't let the commander down.
The thing is, this is like sort of new to me in a way, because my second playthrough I actually played on hard. So, and like I had a bit of a challenge, which is why I decided to play this time on normal, just so I could sort of play it narratively, as opposed to like, you know, worrying about like, oh no, I can't get through this fight, like let's try again and try again and try again, and then people being like, oh come on, get on with the story, dude. And I'll be like, I'm sorry, I'm just not good enough. Hey yo guys, can you lower the bridge?
Lost contact with 04 Composite Company. They've been confirmed dead. 01 here. We can't rendezvous with 03.
Thank you.
Composite Company here. Currently engaging an MA unit.
Oh, okay, I can't go that way. My bad. In fact, I can't go either way at the moment. I need to wait for them.
I'm headed out. You men come with me.
Captain Kruger. Okay, Freddy. Hey, fuck you, Captain Kruger. You won't be a nightmare for me any longer.
Wait. Enemy reinforcements.
Damn it, I changed some code and it broke. I'm not sure if it should be working though, since I'm not live. Ah, dude, sorry to hear that. Like, can you like undo what you did or anything and like try again? Or is it like full on broke? Sure, let's split up, why don't we? That sounds like a good idea. Well, Kate is like my MVP, so she can handle anything on her own, honestly. Like when I did the when I tried doing the missions for S ranks for like, you know, for secret summons and weapons and stuff like that, I always just played as Kater because she could just like one-man army everything, which gets you like a higher score and like gets you more convenient S ranks. Wait for it, that's not all. More are gonna come in. Oh, Cyber, I was totally meant to say, I've managed to platinum Far Cry 4 last night. The last 2 trophies I had needed like 2 players, which was to like take out a settlement using the second player and to do a move where basically one of you's got to drive and then the person in the passenger seat has got to take over a car. But I couldn't find anyone to do it with, so I ended up basically having 2 copies of the game, one upstairs, one downstairs, and I was playing 2 PlayStations at once to get that trophy. That is ridiculous. I may have to go live for some proper testing. Do it, dude, do it. Like, let us know when you go live and we'll sort of jump in if we can. As long as it's not tomorrow, because I'm at work all day, because, ugh, got to, I guess. So, let's put together a team of King, Sice, and Deuce for the second group. Oh, I love the music for this. Yeah, you did, Ernst.
Glory to the Militesi Empire!
Ooh, I like that voice acting. That was good.
Please resume your advance.
Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Right. Okay. There we go. That's my dream team right there.
That much? Yes. The Dominion has never seen a summoner superior to Lady Setsuna. Watch carefully.
The time has come upon us. A query for you. Do you, above all else, swear fealty to the Vermilion Bird Crystal and obey its will?
Absolutely. All defenders of the Vermilion Bird standing on this battlefield have sworn that oath.
Very well. Then, let us now proceed with reverence.
Let the summoning begin.
Send your magic energy to Lady Setsuna.
Freed of the wedge, the gears start to turn. One by one by one.
One by one, and the whole when 9 and 9 meet 9. I wonder if that's got anything to do with anything. The army of Bahamut's.
You guys rock!
Excuse me.
Man, they never let up. Is that the Empire's giant turret?
What is that?
Whoa. That thing seriously damaged Central Command.
The Empire's giant turret is online. Destroy it.
Alright, time to destroy a giant turret. Let's do this.
Wall isn't working! Give me a damage reborn.
Left flank hit.
Haha, got the shield guy. That's the only one I really wanted to get with that spell. Because the shield guys are super annoying. Like, you've got to get behind them to attack them.
Oh wait. Wiped out. My cannon fire. I'm the only one left.
Like so. So he even just blocked an Ultima spell just because he attacked from the front.
Be careful. The flying enemies are being launched from a base located in that area. Provide backup for Type-0 immediately.
Copy. We're on our way.
We're the ones who need backup.
Let's begin.
Sorry, Class Hero. It's gonna take us a while. You'll have to stick it out.
So it's defending again. This time it's for like 2 minutes. Tell you what, let's play this Slice just for shits and gigs for this part. It makes sense for her to sort of steal their souls, because obviously she's got the giant scythe. And attitude-wise, I think she's my favourite character, so... Like, Deuce and Slice are my favourite characters for personality, and then there's Kato, who's my favourite character for playing as. Just decimating everyone right now. They're just like spawning and insta-dying. I kind of want to use the Ultima spell, so I'm just gonna like just start charging this. Boom! And anyone within that field was decimated that day.
Finally made it. Let's get to it.
Enemy force.
Oh, I can switch back to Kato now.
It's about time.
Prepare the next launch.
Lunch.
In the name of the Militesi Emperor, I will not allow you to leave alive. Long live the Militesi!
Fuck you, Lieutenant Colonel Erich. I will find out. I'll try and find that like Colonel Ellis again at some point, because that was awesome when I first came across that. Right, is there anything else I'm meant to do here? Oh, he's given up. Okay, yeah, because I took out the blah, 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 commanding officer. That's what I was looking for. So I think, yeah, I've got to go back now. Okay. Straight ahead. And straight ahead again.
Under fire. Take that turret offline.
But I can't go that way, okay.
This is O1 Composite Company! Flying Amazer!
Oh no, I do, okay. Haha, you didn't last very long. Where's the next one spawn from? Aha, there he is. So yeah, I just accepted one of the orders, like the special orders, which was to defeat 3 Colossus. So 3 Colossi with your main character. I think there's one more. Yeah, there. Okay. Oh no, it's not a Colossus. It's a commanding officer, Everett.
The giant turret has been destroyed. Mission accomplished. The operation will launch shortly. Clear danger zones at once.
Yeah, so now we need to make our exit, and this is where we get to have the familiar face pop in.
Looks like we're going home. Flash 0, respond. Your souls have infinite possibilities, and now you've all chosen your path. What? You gotta be kidding! Captain!
So yeah, these guys are being taken out, but you don't know by what at this point. You're just like listening to people like, oh no, we're dying to something.
They reported an encounter with some entity, and then their signal was lost.
So you're like, oh my god, what's killing everyone? What could it possibly be? We've taken out all of the enemy forces.
The only class left, operating on the battlefield. Come back safely. May the crystal guide you.
And so everyone apart from us is like dead on the battlefield. So who could it possibly, like who could have such power to do something like that, you know? No, isn't that where I came from? No, I guess it's not where I came from, okay.
Disruption and idol and maintenance confirmed.
Okie dokes.
Abnormal energy across the battlefield. Be careful.
Abnormal energy. Oh, all those Ifrit summons have just been killed as well. Ooh, what could it possibly be? And now we've arrived at Big Bridge. Gilgamesh!
Am I? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I can feel it. Pillage, plunder. Leave nothing in my way.
So yeah, like Gilgamesh is like a recurring character in some Final Fantasy games. And this theme is actually from Final Fantasy VI. And it's called Battle for Big Bridge. So yeah, it's kind of awesome. Very awesome moment in the game. Like, took me by surprise when I first came across it. I kind of felt like letting that battle continue a bit longer just because I love that theme tune.
That's about enough. Next.
Next.
What the hell is this guy's problem?
Forget it. Let's withdraw for now.
Yeah, because Gilgamesh appeared in like Final Fantasy VI, and then he's also appeared in Final Fantasy VIII. He appeared in Final Fantasy 13 and DLC. He appeared, actually no, Final Fantasy 13 2, sorry, my bad. World of Final Fantasy, like he's appeared in several titles. Like he's like known as like a dimension hopping being who's always trying to find like the most powerful weapons and the most powerful people to fight. He's cool. He's cool. But yeah, now it's time for the big cutscenes. Big cutscene, sorry. Which is like the big build-up that we've been going towards. No. That was said wrong. The end result of the big build-up we've had.
Concentrate! Bearing the chains, forged by my axe, buried beneath the formless howl.
General, I'm picking up enormous magic readings in the Dominion camp.
I'm aware of it.
The Lassie is about to attack. The magic will rattle the atmosphere. But if we withstand this, the way will be open.
Unit 9, Unit 11, move to the rear. All other units forward.
Lassie, you stay with me until it's over.
Sure.
Now then, what reprisal will be imposed upon us this time?
Lady Setsuna.
Kurosame, hang in there, dude.
Guide. The Dominion!
May I emerge in the heavens, sounding the cry of eternal torment.
The forbidden Eidolon.
The magic unleashed into the sky formed a massive portal, blanketing the Imperial force.
What the? It's a big one!
That's what she said.
Alexander was summoned through the glorification of thousands of cadets, commandants, and soldiers.
So basically all those people that summoned it are now dead. Including Kurosame, which sucks. Poor guy. Vaporized.
Alexander's divine light decimated the Militesi border fortress and its environs.
Crazy power.
Not only did the Divine Light attack leave the 106th and 107th Imperial Brigades invading Rubrum in tatters, it also devastated the 3rd Brigade, deployed to the rear of the border fortress.
That's a lot killed. 184,000.
Only hours after crossing over Rubrum's border, the Imperial troops that yet survived fled back across the border into Milites.
Has a crazy powerful magic shield to withstand that.
There's nobody left alive. How unbelievable.
So I am to survive after this vast reprisal? But this defeat is too great to overcome.
Damn, it took it out of her.
I see. So this is divine will.
Jesus. Super dark, right?
After a life of eons, it is finally over. I can at last see my destiny. I feel so cold.
And Kurosame just died as well. But she completed her focus, so she became Crystal. Never to be forgotten, because obviously you can't die once you're Crystal.
The Militesi force crumbled before Alexander, the Eidolon summoned by the Lassie Setsna, and began withdrawing troops from the border. Upon hearing the news, the Concordian forces in the east began falling back. Victory belonged to Rubrum on this day.
At this time, we have confirmed the total annihilation of Imperial troops in the west. However, we have also confirmed the troops that engaged the Imperial forces have been destroyed, along with the cadets who came to the Lassie Setsna's aid.
What news have you of Lady Setsna?
According to our scout's report, she has sublimated, sir.
Gently retrieve her and see that she is taken to the catacombs.
Sir.
I'm glad that my children made it out safely.
It appears that Lady Setsna has sublimated. In other words, this is the will of the crystal.
Yes. In all things there is meaning.
In all things, mourning will end. The only reason I serve is to fulfill my mission.
I'm counting on you.
So she's actually above him.
Even though I heard the numbers, I just don't get it.
It's all buried in our memories. There's death all around us, but it doesn't sink in.
They say a lot of people died. This grave belongs to a man named Kurosame. He was our commanding officer.
And he was awesome.
But I can't even remember his face. So I can't cry for him.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot about this scene. So this is blocked because he sings that song, and then it cuts back in about 20 seconds, if that. set you free. So walk on and become the light that guides the way. Yeah, I've played this game too much.
Our crying won't help anything.
We just need to remember that they lived here, in our world, in our time.
In our hearts, we will honor them as we continue to proceed forward. That's all. Oh.
And I think that is pretty much where we're going to call it. I'm just going to make sure like there's no more cutscene after this.
Fate of the Crystal. The endless battle.
Right, so once we're out of all cutscenes, we're back into main play. I'll save again, and that's where I'll call it. Ugh.
Not only were the realms of Milites and Concordia crippled by heavy casualties in the Battle of Big Bridge, their soldiers suffered an emotional blow as well. Troops from both countries came to fear the Eidolon. Although inferior from the onset in military skills, Rubrum began overwhelming the Militesi Concordian coalition.
Arkham! Wonder if they've got an
Seizing
asylum.
the opportunity, the Consortium of Eight ordered strikes against the capital cities of both Milites and Concordia.
Counter-attack time. Boom. So we're nearing the end of the game now.
Attend hut.
I believe many of you are meeting me for the first time. My name is Miatsk. I am the Cadet Master. I have come here today with a message for Class 0. I thought of assigning you a new commander. But with the uniqueness of your class, I'm going to leave things as they are. I have two campaigns for you. The capture of the Concordian capital, then the Militesi capital. First, you will take down the Azure Dragon in Concordia. Moogle, I leave the rest to you. May the crystal guide you.
So, what did that mean?
Hey, Lightning.
Basically, it meant nothing's changed.
So, what do we do about our campaign briefings?
Leave that to me, Kubo. Yeah. We'd be in a jam without our campaign briefings. I just said I'd do it, Kubo.
Well, maybe we can ask the Tribunes when we get there.
But we'll still
Poor
get mission
Kubo.
orders from above. So maybe we just need to keep an eye on our comms. Kubo.
Cheer up. We were joking.
That's right. We're counting on your direction on missions.
Oh, you two are good to me, Kubo.
I said poor Cooper, I meant poor Moglin. Right, so tell you what, I'm going to do one last cutscene, then I'm going to get this cutscene out of the way, and then I'll save.
Are you alright?
Yeah.
I know. You're so worried about Machina that you haven't been eating, right?
What? No, I'm not worried. But Machina has changed.
Really? Well, you'd know watching him all the time.
I do not. But don't you think he seems different since we got back from Milites?
Hmm? What are you talking about?
Oh, nothing.
Just don't make Rem worry too much, is all.
Don't touch me for no reason.
Machina? Why, you...
Hold it! Fighting amongst ourselves won't help anything. Let's go.
And I'll be the one to protect Rem. I don't need help from any of you.
What?
Cater.
Ooh.
Have it your way.
He's turned into full-on villain now.
Machina.
It's okay. I'll protect you, Rem. The Dominion. Aureus. I'll protect it all myself. I'm not going to lose anyone else.
He sounds a bit like a, what's the word I'm looking for? Like manipulatively abusive, like, boyfriend or something to her, like, I'll protect you. No one else can protect you but me. So you have to stick with me, because only I can protect you. Like, I hate guys like that. Like, assholes. Right, anyway, so, on that, like, quite dark note, I'm gonna save and then call it. But, I mean, we're on chapter 7 now. But the thing is, like, even though we're only on chapter 7, I think there's only, like, 13 chapters or something like that. I think we're pretty much near the end of the game, so I'm thinking like some of the chapters are quite short, because yeah, I'm not giving away too much of what we need to do still, but I'm certain like we haven't got that much left to do. But yeah, anyway, thanks for joining, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.